Good morning, folks. How's it going? We're going to get the show on the road, sort of. I have spent all yesterday replacing the tires and got a new brake lever. Let me show you some of the things I got on the trike here to get us restarted. And my name is Matt. I'm cycling around the world on a recumbent trike from China to the USA. I am currently in Ao Nang, a city in Krabi in Thailand that I have been using as a stopping zone because I went back to China where my daughter is and for Christmas and New Year's. But now it's time to get the show back on the road. The trike has been refitted with a new seat, so I've got some new material there. My other seat was tore up in the front. And what else do I got here? I've relocated my bottle holder to the behind the seat. I think that might be nice, although it is pushing into my trunk bag. I think that'll be okay. I got new tires. I made sure to get Marathon Plus tires while I was in China delivered, because it's kind of hard to find Schwab Marathon Plus. Marathon Plus are like the best tires. They have a inner layer of Kevlar that stops for punctures, so they're my favorite tire. But I came back yesterday and the chain here was just saltified. Is that a word, saltified? And it was coated with rust, so I had to like dip it in vinegar and then scrub it down with baking soda and then dip it in a vat of gasoline and get all the grease off and then oil, clean it up and then oil it up. So it's like a new chain now. Another thing I have is I have a new brake lever. This brake lever here was provided to me by my friend Mark in Australia. He even die cut a logo, if you can see it, the logo, the JY logo, the Jayoe logo is there. So thank you, Mark. Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. The plan for today is to ride to Krabi town, not too far away, like a 30-kilometer ride today, and then go to the ferry terminal and then sort of plot out the next few days. We are going to take an island hop all the way to Malaysia. We've got a short distance here in southern Thailand, and I think it would be fun to kind of jump on a ferry and go to some interesting places and island hop along the way. Once I get to an island called Langkawi, I'll be into Malaysia, and the Malaysian chapter of the Jayoe World Tour will begin. So we are winding down Thailand with these next series of videos. And yeah, Jayoe, let's go.
Thursday night when I first saw you, those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, babe.
All right, guys. A tale to tell. I launched the drone a while back through that crossing there, and I flew it all the way to about here. The battery was getting low, and my SD card and compass wasn't working very well. So, like, it wasn't detecting the SD card, and the compass was kind of janky. So I landed it, replaced the battery, and then I flew over that thing. I wanted to get a shot, and so I got it. I continued cycling down the road just a little bit, and then I saw a coffee shop. I pulled into the coffee shop. There was something nice, so I decided to turn the drone and start going over me as I enter the coffee shop, and then gone. The drone disappeared. Black, no compass, no nothing reading, no nothing. I started thinking maybe I lost my drone. I didn't see any obstructions when I was flying above these hills. I felt like I was above this guy right here, but gone. And then I started thinking, well, shit, I think I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I thought maybe it just fell out of the sky. I was sitting in the coffee shop for, like, I walked around. I tried to check the last GPS point. It was nowhere to be found. I mean, it was gone. It was not reconnecting with my phone, which sometimes it does. So I thought I just lost the drone. At a moment in time, I said to myself, well, I wonder where I could buy a new drone body. I bet it's gone. What am I gonna do? Maybe the next few episodes as I jump from island to island will be droneless. And so I said, you know what? Let me ride to where I launched it last time, and maybe the compass was working good enough to where it logged the last point, and supposedly the software is supposed to land it where it took off. I rode the trike up the road here on the wrong way, and then I saw this guy parked on the side of the road, this truck, and he was, I don't know, taking a piss or something, and I was like, I wonder if he's got my drone, because he was kind of like milling around. I don't know, there's something going on in the jungle here. Then I pulled off right to this point right here, and I heard something. Now I'm by a bunch of cables, so it's a little hard to hear like a humming noise, because you kind of hear a little humming noise off these, what are these, breakers or something? No. You kind of hear some noise off of the cables, but it's kind of that. It's kind of like that sound, but very subtle. And I'm like, motherfucker, that's the drone. So I entered the jungle right here, and I followed my ear, and I walked through, and I'll be damned, that drone was flying in a tree. I mean, it was stuck. The rotors were turning, and it was just, and I mean, it must have been on the last leg of the battery. And I walked into the jungle, I looked around, I'm like, my heart starts racing, because I knew I only had minutes, less than minutes, maybe seconds before that drone was gonna power down. I go in, and I'm looking, and I remember last time, sounds can travel in a jungle, you don't know where things are. I look up, and I see leaves, and they're being blown by the props of the drone that has like landed in the tree or whatever. But it was way up in the tree. It's like, shit, how am I gonna get to the drone? So I took my controller, which still had not, the drone was disconnected from my system. But I powered down the controller, and I powered up the controller, because sometimes you can reconnect with the drone. So I powered it down, powered it up, and I did the starting position for the drone. And then it started like, and I was controlling it, but it was still inside the tree. It chopped itself through the tree, and it fell down into my hands. Is that amazing or what? Look at that thing, it's toast. But not like toast, like garbage toast, like toast I need to clean it up toast. It's covered with some dirt and stuff. I just flew it, it flies. It flies. That is so cool. I was 90% sure that I had lost my drone for good. All right, no more flying today. I'm not gonna chance it. I'm gonna take a little break, clean the sucker up, and thank you. Thank you, the gods, the DJI gods. Oh boy. Welcome to Krabi Town. Krabi Town? Krabi Town. This is, I'm just a few more minutes before I get to the ferry terminal, and I check on available ferry routes. They don't have anything direct to Langkawi, but there's a bunch of islands along the way that you can kind of frog jump until you get there.
In 600 meters, turn left.
I'm gonna go direct to the ferry terminal, you know, show them the trike, figure out a way to get there. Hopefully, I'm sure that they have a way. It's gonna be a little expensive though. I know that they have a route direct to Langkawi. Not direct, but it's like a ferry route to Langkawi. It's 3,900 baht, which is just over $100. It takes care of your immigration stop and everything and gets you to Malaysia. I'm thinking I'll take that. I'd still like to see some options and kind of get a better idea of the scheduling. I'm gonna have to take that drone and clean it all up before I fly it again. It must have been grinding away in the top of that tree for a while, and then it fell straight down from the tree. But the tree kind of, the branches softened the blow, I think. It definitely is salvageable, which is good. All right, folks, it's official. I just bought my ticket leaving Thailand. Tomorrow will be my last day in Thailand. It's a little bit sad. A lot of you will be happy. You guys kind of want me to keep moving, but I would have liked to stay here a little longer. But the train needs to keep moving, and there's a lot of world to view. And so we're going to jump onto a ferry tomorrow. We're going to go to Koh Lanta, and then from Koh Lanta we're going to go to Langkawi. And then I will be in Malaysia tomorrow. I'll be in Malaysia tomorrow. Thailand is wrapping up. Holy shit. I'm glad I came to the ferry station because I met the guy who runs like the ticketing office, and I met him. So when I surprise him tomorrow with the Trike, he'll already know it's coming. I said, I got a bicycle. It's kind of a special bicycle. I even showed him a picture. But when you see it, it's like, oh shit. They'll find a way.
When I first saw you, those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name.
And I've got my buddy here, who's in the blue. He's like my sidekick right now until I get on the boat. He's helping me out. All right, welcome to Koh Lanta. Looks like they're gonna have to carry the Trike across a couple of boats here. We're gonna stay with them when we get to Frankfurt.
In Frankfurt!
Yes.
This boat's much bigger than the last one though, so that's good, that's good. I have no idea what to do now. Totally lost. Okay, so this is a Thailand exit. After this, we'll have to go to the Malaysia entry. I hate giving somebody my passport and just being like, okay. Welcome to Malaysia. New country.